Alright, so we're going to do a quick video on a trigger pack that won't reset when the spring is installed correctly. So we can see that the spring is installed correctly on here. The roll pin holding the trigger shoe on is flush on both sides, so it's not going to get hung up on the lower. And when we go to test it, it absolutely will not reset unless we manually push the trigger forward. So we can tell that there's something going on with this pack already with the factory parts, because when we pull the trigger, it is not smooth whatsoever. It is very notchy. So something's going on with the front pin area, and likely with the firing pin control or firing pin block arm where it meets the pocket in the sear. So we're going to go pull the front half of this part. So we'll just poke it with the roll pin. It's kind of tight. This lets us know that there's an issue up there. And we're going to lose some parts apparently. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and file on this right here, because there's an issue with the distance and the holes in this sheet metal housing. So we see some of these that have hand fitting on this part from the factory, which means that the trigger won't reset from the factory using that heavy spring. So CZ is aware of the issue. So we're going to give this a whirl right now, see if it works. If not, we can come back and clean it up. And if it does work, we'll take it apart, polish it a little bit, and re-blue it. So we're going to go ahead, this one doesn't have a shim in it, but it doesn't really matter. Put the arm on the pin, take a punch, compress our spring, and then get the spring lined up again. Throw our hammer spring in here. Our hammer. Let's see what happens now. Look at that. All better. So we can see that this is smooth now. There's no notchiness in it. So the issue with these that I kind of touched on earlier is these sheet metal housings start off as a flat, obviously, and they go ahead and cut the holes in them, and then they bend them 90. So sometimes the holes are too close together, which means where the firing pin block arm meets the sear, it'll kind of bind up. But we just took care of that with a few minutes, and everything is good to go now.